Hello and welcome to Unacademy, a one-stop destination for all English medium civil service aspirants. In today's session, I would like to analyze the anthropology syllabus for civil services examination so that the beginners can take an informed decision about their optional. Before I start the session, a very important announcement. As a part of Unacademy's optional carnival, I am starting a live comprehensive course on Anthropology Optional on 15th June. The duration of this course will be 5 months, approximately 5 months. This includes both paper 1 and also the paper 2. The course is going to be completely live and interactive, and I will personally try to make it even more interactive than an offline program. This course is now available for just 9,499. This is a limited period offer, so do enroll before it is late. Don't forget to use the code IAS English. Let us now continue with our analysis of anthropology syllabus. Like any other optional, even anthropology is having two papers, paper 1, paper 2. Firstly, we are analyzing the syllabus of the paper 1. In the paper 1, the very first unit is the human evolution. In the human evolution, we have topics like Lamarckism, Darwinism, how the life originated on the earth, how the life evolved, how apes evolved into humans, who are our close relatives, primate behavior, world archaeology. These are the two important aspects you have in the unit 1. In the unit 1, you have topics like marriage, family, kinship, society, culture. And you can remember this like a small story. A couple got married and then they formed a family. Beyond family, they have a few distant relatives which will form the kinship or the kin group. Beyond our relatives, we also belong to a larger group called a society, like for example, Indian society. And every society will have a unique culture. So this is unit 2. Unit 2 deals with 5 chapters: marriage, family, kinship, society and culture. Unit 3 is economic anthropology. In economic anthropology, we will not study about the current economics. It is quite different. The theme of anthropology syllabus. The theme of anthropology syllabus is origin and evolution. Origin and evolution. For example, in the unit 1, we study how the life originated and evolved. In the unit 3, we study how the economic organization originated, like what is the most primitive economy, like the first and the foremost economy is hunting and gathering. And then later they got an idea about like, why should I hunt the animals, why can't I grow them? Which led to the pastoralism, herding the animals. And why should I gather the fruits and vegetables, why can't I grow them? That took the form of horticulture and agriculture. That is how the economy started and how it evolved. In the political anthropology, unit 4 political anthropology, we study about how the political organization originated and evolved. What is the most primitive political organization, like a tribal chief, like a clan head, like a family head, okay, to a tribal chief. Like that, how the political organization originated. What is the first form of the government? What is the next form of the government? From the first form of the government, from the first form of the political organization to the present form of democracy, how the political organization gradually evolved. Same way, unit 5 deals with religion. Here also the same theme applies, that is origin and evolution. We will not study about the current religious issues like Hindu, Muslim issues, communal violence. No, that is not the topic in anthropology. Here we bother about what is religion, how the religion started, what is the first form of religion, what is the next form of the religion. If the first form of the religion is animism, if the present form of the religion is monotheism, then how the religion evolved from there till here. By the way, what is animism? Do you think it is worshipping the animals? No. Animism means belief in the soul or spirit. Animism is a belief in soul or spirit, that is Atma. That is the most primitive, earliest form of the religion. What is the latest form of, the last form of the religion? Monotheism. The word mono means one and the theo means God. Monotheism means belief in one God. So from animism to monotheism, how the religion evolved. And then unit 6 deals with anthropological theories. Here we have a few theories like evolutionism, diffusionism, functionalism, etc. It is like the backbone of the anthropology syllabus. Every subject will have theories or thought, like PSIR optional will have political thought, sociology optional will have sociological thought. Same way anthropology optional is having anthropological thought, the theories in anthropology, thinkers and theories. Then unit 7 is culture and language. Again the same theme applies. The theme of anthropology syllabus is origin and evolution. We study the origin and evolution of various aspects. Origin and evolution of economy, origin and evolution of political organization, origin and evolution of the religion, origin and evolution of the culture and language. That is how the language started, why man started speaking, how the language evolved, and what is the relation between culture and language. Is language a part of the culture or culture a part of the language? Will they influence each other or only one influence the other? So these kind of topics we study in the unit 7. By the way, why do you think that man started speaking? Think about it and let us find the answer together in the comprehensive course on anthropology starting on 15th June. Then unit 8, research methods. Here we have research methods like, in general, how do you conduct a social research? Means some surveys, collecting the polls, interviews. You can go to some society, for example, I can go to a tribal community, ask them some questions and find out some answers. Or case study method, or observation, because if I ask the questions, they may not give the answers. They may in fact tease me. They may try to even bully me. They may not give me the answers sincerely. So what should I do? I can go there and then make them believe that I am their friend or a well-wisher or a person who accidentally reached that particular island, and closely observe them. That is called participant observation. So census, survey, case study method, interview, participant observation. So these are various anthropological research methods. And then coming to 9th unit, that is genetics. Here we study about genes, DNA, chromosomes, genetic diseases. Why you are different from your brother? Did you get this doubt? When you and your siblings are from the same parents, why do you look different? Why don't you match 100%? Why you and your siblings do not match by 100%? Let us try to find the answer as a part of the course, comprehensive course on anthropology. Then unit 10 deals with human growth and development. Okay, so again here this is from the birth till the death, womb till the graveyard. In the complete journey of the human life, what all happens physically? That is starting from the egg and sperm fusing and forming a zygote till the man ends up in a graveyard. So what is the whole journey about? Growth and development between the birth and death. Then unit 11 deals with fertility and demography. Fertility means what? ability to give birth to a child. Demography means what? The word dem means population and graphene means describe. Describing the population, studying the structure of a population. Fertility and demography. Here we study about the female reproductive system, the formation of the egg cell, formation of the sperm cell, how do they fuse, how do they form a zygote, how the baby grows. So these aspects we study in the unit 11. At the same way, at the same time in the unit 11 we also study about the demography. It means why Indian population is so large, why the population is nearing the stability, in which stage of the demographic transition India is currently at, and why the sex ratio in India is skewed, that is why do we have more men than the women. And of course we currently have more women than the men in the population, but still we have more men, more boys compared to the girls at the time of the birth. In the adult population we have more women, correct, but that is because of more suicide rate and more occupational diseases and more death rate in the men. Okay, but why do we have the sex ratio skewed, that is why do we have more boys born when compared to the girls. These kind of demographic, that is what is the ratio of different religions in the Indian population, the ratio of different ethnic groups in the Indian population, this kind of topics we study in the unit 11. And unit 12 deals with applications of anthropology. Here we study the topics like forensic anthropology, that is how to use a knowledge about human body in resolving the crime cases. Sports anthropology, so that we can correctly understand how to select the correct sport, that is the most suitable sport. Like for example, if an obese person chooses athletics as a sport, running, okay, long distance running, then the success rate can be less. Or if a very short person chooses high jumping as a sport, the chance of success can be less. Or a very thin, weak, skinny person chooses wrestling as a sport, the chance of success can be less. So how to choose the correct sport so that the success chance can be increased. So these kind of topics we study, applications of anthropology, that is where do we use anthropology knowledge in our real life. So that is unit 12. So briefly, this is your paper 1 anthropology syllabus. Now let us see the paper 2 anthropology syllabus. While you have 12 units in the paper 1, you have only 9 units in the paper 2. Not only you have lesser number of units in the paper 2, in the paper 1 the units are also very larger units. Here the units are very smaller units. So I can say paper 2 syllabus is only 50% compared to the paper 1 syllabus in its volume. Okay, but the marks are equal. Paper 1 is also for 250 marks, paper 2 is also for 250 marks. Okay, but here when you get 250 marks from 12 large units, here you will get 250 marks only from 9 small units. So paper 2, particularly these days, in the recent years, many rankers are getting better marks in the paper 2 compared to paper 1. Earlier the trend was opposite. People were scoring more in the paper 1, but in the recent years many selected candidates scored better in the paper 2. So this makes paper 2 very, very important. So let us now analyze the syllabus of the paper 2. In the paper 2, the unit 1 is Indian archaeology, and it will overlap with your history, ancient history. Here you have the topics like Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic, Copper Age, okay, and Bronze Age, then Indus Valley Civilization, etc. And also we have topics like our fossils like Sivapithecus, Ramapithecus, these kind of topics you have in the unit 1. And unit 2 deals with demographic profile of India. This is similar to the unit 11 of the paper 1. So here you have topics like the Indian population, sex ratio in the Indian population, the proportions of different religions, proportion of different castes, proportion of different ethnic groups, linguistic groups, the profile of the Indian population. Then what is the difference between unit 11 of paper 1 and unit 2 of paper 2? What is the difference? Unit 11 of the paper 1 is about the world population, whereas unit 2 in the paper 2 is about the Indian population. Because remember, what is the primary difference between paper 1 and paper 2? Paper 1 is general anthropology or world anthropology, whereas paper 2 is particularly the Indian anthropology. Okay, so that is the reason why in the 1.8 paper 1, when you study world archaeology, okay, in the unit 1, in the unit 1 of paper 2, we study Indian archaeology. Same way, unit 11 of paper 1, we study the world population, world or in general about the demography, whereas in the unit 2 of paper 2, we study the Indian demography. So, with these two examples, you can understand that the paper 1 is world anthropology or general anthropology, whereas paper 2 is Indian anthropology. Then unit 3 and unit 5. I'll come to the unit 4 later, that is slightly different. In the unit 3 and unit 5, the unit 3 and unit 5 of paper 2, the unit 3 and unit 5 of paper 2, we study mainly about the Indian society. This is where anthropology hugely overlap with the GS paper 1 as well. I repeat, unit 3 and unit 5 of paper 2 in anthropology syllabus is about Indian society. This hugely overlaps with the Indian society paper. Interestingly, in the year 2023, in the GS paper 1, you have 8 questions from anthropology syllabus, not anthropology paper. In the GS paper, you have 8 questions from anthropology syllabus. 8 questions in one GS paper are from anthropology syllabus. So this is an example for huge overlap of anthropology syllabus with the GS papers. Fine. What do you mean by Indian society? What all topics come under this particular topic? Here we study about the caste system, which is a unique feature of the Indian society. Then Varna system like Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. Then ashramas. Ashramas means what? The stages of the life. Okay, like Brahmacharya ashram, student life. Grihastha ashram, the life of a married man. And then Vanaprastha ashram. Vana means forest, Prasthan means journey, wandering in the forest. Vanaprastha ashram. Sannyasa ashram. These are the 4 stages of a human life. Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma, the righteousness. Artha, the wealth. Okay, Kama, the sexual desire. Moksha, the salvation. Okay, the final target of a Hindu individual. Then Sanskritization, a process of lower caste or Varna people imitating the higher caste or Varna people. Then karma theory, a theory that will say is like the Newton's third law, every action will have an equal and opposite reaction. So if you do some karma, some action, you will face a consequence of that, okay, in the form of free birth or in the form of some rewards, like a selection in civil services examination for you, for example. Then we have village studies. Of course, village studies is very important in the Indian anthropology because about 70% of the Indian population is still rural. Without studying village, we can never understand the nature of the Indian society. So village studies, then judgmany system. Judgmany system. Look at the hidden word here. Judgman means yajman, lord. Okay, it is a type of barter system, non-monetary, village level, self-sufficient economy in the Indian villages. Then unit 4 is not about Indian society, but it is about Indian anthropologists, Indian thinkers. Okay, like I will give you another comparison here. Unit 6 of paper 1, unit 6 of paper 1 you have the thinkers from the world, anthropologists, anthropologists or thinkers from all over the world. Whereas unit 4 of paper 2 is the Indian thinkers or Indian anthropologists. Okay, so you have a list of a few Indian thinkers and we study about their contributions in the unit 4. Lastly, unit 6 to unit 9, unit 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 units. These 4 units are the tribal India. Here we study the topics like the tribal classification, that is classifying the tribals based on the religion they follow, classifying the tribals based on the language they speak, classifying the tribals based on the place where they live, like North India, South India, etc. Classifying the tribals based on the economic aspect, like they are hunting gathering tribes or pastoral tribes or horticultural tribes, like that. Then tribal problems, what kind of problems the tribals face? Land encroachment, land alienation or indebtedness, poverty, health issues, issues related to rehabilitation facilities, education. Okay, so various problems. Okay, pseudo tribalism or tribals being treated as criminals, Criminal Tribes Act, these kind of tribal problems, and the developmental schemes and programs for the tribals, constitutional safeguards for the tribals, the tribal movements, that is what kind of unrest they have, what kind their fight against the injustice done to them. So these kind of topics are present in the units 6 to 9. So roughly in 10 minutes I could give you an overview of the anthropology syllabus, okay, which is not so easy in every optional. So this is once again exemplifying that anthropology is having very small and clearly defined syllabus with limited scope. Okay, thorough detailed analysis of the syllabus I will do on the first class, in the first class of the comprehensive course on anthropology, starting on 15th June. One entire class, that is around 2 to 3 hours, I will in detail explain every aspect of the syllabus in the first class of the comprehensive course. It's just here today my idea is to just give you a brief understanding of what is anthropology. By the way, anthropology means, anthropology is a study about human beings. Okay, so we study every aspect of the human beings, biological, social, philosophical, political, economic, whatnot. It's a holistic study about the human beings. It means in anthropology we study about our own selves. So therefore definitely it is one of the very interesting optionals. Okay, now let us see, okay, who can choose anthropology optional? Can a non-biology student select anthropology? Did you hear that anthropology is for biology student? Complete myth. All the toppers from anthropology optional are from the non-biology background. At least 99.999% of the toppers from the anthropology optionals are from the non-biology background. You definitely do not need a biology background for anthropology. You left biology in your LKG, that is still fine, you can take anthropology as your optional. Then why are we discussing about biology? Do we have biology in anthropology? Yes. Then what percentage of the syllabus is biology? Here is the break. Okay. So here we have physical anthropology is 24% of the total anthropology syllabus. Then what is physical anthropology? This is the biology portion. This is the biology portion of anthropology. And which units? Unit 1, 9, 10, 11, 12. I hope you remember 1 means human evolution, 9 is genetics, 10 is growth and development, human growth and development, that womb to the tomb unit. Unit 11 is fertility and demography. Unit 12 is applications of anthropology, that sports anthropology, forensic anthropology wala unit. Right. So this is physical anthropology. 5 out of 21 units. How it is 21 units? 12 units in the paper 1 plus 9 units in the paper 2. Total 21 units. 5 out of them. So 24% of the syllabus is physical anthropology. Then socio-cultural anthropology is 33%. Then what comes under socio-cultural anthropology? Okay, units, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the paper 1. I hope you remember unit 2, that marriage, family, kinship, society, culture. Unit 3, economic anthropology. Unit 4, political anthropology. Unit 5, religion. Unit 6, anthropological thought. Unit 7, language and culture. Unit 8 is research methods in anthropology. So these units of the paper 1 come under socio-cultural anthropology. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, very bad in mathematics. 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 21 units. Okay. Am I correct? 33% of the anthropology syllabus is socio-cultural anthropology. Now, coming to Indian anthropology. And what is Indian anthropology? Which units come under this? Okay, units 2, 3, 4, 5 of paper 2. 2, 3, 4, 5 of paper 2. That is 4 out of 21 units. So 19% of the anthropology syllabus. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5 means unit 2 paper 2 is Indian demography. Unit 3 and unit 5 is Indian society, like Varna system, caste system, etc. Unit 4, if you remember, is Indian thinkers or Indian anthropologists. So these units are Indian anthropology, 19% of the syllabus. Then archaeology. Archaeology is 1.8 of the paper 1 world archaeology. Unit 1 of paper 2 Indian archaeology. 2 out of 21 units, approximately, okay, 5%. I think in mathematics you write like this, approximately equal to 5% of the total anthropology syllabus. Then tribal India. What units come under tribal India? 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, the last 4 units in the paper 2 of paper 2. Okay, that is once again 4 out of 21 units. So 19% of the anthropology syllabus is from tribal India. Okay, so this is the relative weightage. Even if you do not have any type of biology background, okay, I will explain everything from A, B, C, D. Absolute scratch I will start the syllabus. And end of the course you will say that in fact the physical anthropology, the bio portion was more interesting then. And also remember, most of the candidates who cleared the examination with civil service, with anthropology optional, most means not 78, 99% of the candidates are from non-biology background. Okay, and here is a book list. Okay, if you wish to purchase some books, you can go through this, but no need of these books. Then you may ask me, ma'am, when there is no need of books, then why are you giving this book list? Because if you want to read, obviously book reading is a great habit. If you want to read extra books, I should encourage and give you information on which books you have to read. So here is the book list. But is it needed? No need. I'll give you 100% notes and updated notes. This notes covers 100% syllabus. Okay. Scoring 300 plus marks is also possible with this notes. Then coming to the unique features of anthropology course on Unacademy platform, that is, what are the features, what you can expect from the comprehensive course starting on 15th June. First, obviously, the basic level things that you can expect is coverage of the complete syllabus, paper 1 and paper 2. Next basic level thing that you can expect is the printed material for every word in the syllabus, updated printed material for every word in the syllabus. Next level, as a part of the syllabus, I will also discuss 500 previous year questions. That too, I will not discuss them at the end of the course. After each unit, for example, after I complete the unit 2, then I will cover 10 years previous year questions from the unit 2. Like that, by the end of the course, I will be completing 500 previous year questions discussion as a part of the course. This is not a separate course. As a part of the comprehensive course, we will discuss approximately 500 previous year questions. And most of the learning will happen in the class itself. Most of you might have attended some of my science and technology classes, so I hope you already know my weakness, that is, I will explain till you understand and even till you memorize. So that is how most of the learning also will happen in the classroom itself, and that happens more strictly with optional, because when in science and technology it's a small course, probably 1 month 25 days course. With optional it is a 5 months journey with the students. So I will carefully hold the hand and walk you through the process, and I will make sure that you will learn, not only understand. Obviously you will understand, you will 100% understand everything and 80% even learn everything in the course itself. Then we also provide daily answer writing along with the course, but of course no evaluation. Okay, because many students will write it, evaluation will happen, will go beyond my possibility, beyond my feasibility. Then evaluation will be there for the test series, and I am also starting the test series on 14th June. 14th June I am starting the test series for the students who are writing the mains this year. Okay, the test series will be UPSC model papers, 10 papers UPSC model. Test series starting on June 15th, you will have 10 tests. All the 10 tests are UPSC model tests. In that you will have evaluation, discussion and the model answers. That is different. That is next level after you complete the course, before you write the mains examination. But as an entry level thing, during the course I will also give you answer writing practice. After you write the answer, I will give you the model answer comparing with which you can evaluate. Okay, then comprehensive material including the diagrams, graphs, maps, tables, like this. Okay, these are some sample papers from the notes. Okay, right, maps, graphs, diagrams, etc. This kind of notes will be provided, and the class is completely live and interactive. During the class you can ask the doubts and clear them in real time, and you can also use raise the hand option. But to be frank, I will take the raise hand option only towards the end of the class, so that the other students should not feel bored or their time wasted during the class. Okay, so during the class you can ask any question in the form of a text. Okay, and at the end of the class you can also raise your hand and talk to me and personally clear all your doubts. Every day you can even talk to the educator. Okay, so these are the features of the comprehensive course on anthropology. So waiting to meet you all in that course. Thank you so much.